about this angle. Don't know how this is gonna work out, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Coffee's brewing. Get your coffee. I'm pumped. I got a little bit of time. I got an hour and 45 minutes to knock this out. So, happy Sunday. Welcome to the new week in trucking. And good morning. Trucking with MC is first. Grafton second. Hit the like on your way in, please. Gold Phoenix, hello. I'm about my business. This is a topic I'm gonna kick off with. We might go into rabbit holes and whatever. You know how it goes around here. But man, have I been running my face off. God, why can't they invent that you can just static stick the chat? Like, why? Okay, hit the like, guys. So I'm at the Iowa 80 again. I think I was here last Sunday when I was for the last show. And oddly enough, I end up here again for today. So, let me check my coffee. It's almost done. So I need to figure out how to put my little intro in, before we start the live. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys, because I don't know if people are a fan of that or not. Or is it more fun to see me bumble around before we get started? So I had to kick Dee Dee out because she's getting bigger and smarter, of course. So now, like, she's getting into the thought pattern, like every time the truck stops, we're gonna go out and whatever. Good morning, Kelly Patterson. This Trucking Life. Trucker Bill, thanks for coming in, you guys. Trucker Jason, hit the like on the way in, guys. Grab your coffee. I got some stuff to talk about today. I'm coming off, got to deliver in the morning in Ohio, but I went all the way out to Denver, from Denver up to Montana, and then Montana through South Dakota, Wyoming, South Dakota, Iowa. Now I'm in Iowa, right? So I've literally been running across the country the last few days, putting down some miles like crazy. Bull of the Woods is in the house. Good morning, Bull of the Woods. I got my hat on. Check it out. Trucker Jason says, bet Fryestown, Pennsylvania. Okay. Trucker Bill says, is it cold up there, Jay? Trucker Bill says, you get a dog to keep you company, then kick her. It's a her. I hook her leash to the handle right here and give her just a little bit of, walk, length on it. So I got the door cracked open. I don't think you can see it, but she's right here. She's right next to me. She just likes to be out of the truck. So that's where she's at. And she behaves because if you know anything about heelers or Australian Shepherds, they're very smart dogs, and when they want something, they tell you. Like, they are very vocal. So I'm giving her fresh air and her space. She's right here. It's okay. Don't worry. Thank you for being concerned about Dee Dee. Gold Phoenix says, how was Montana? Montana was absolutely breathtaking. It's huge. That was my first time to Montana and South Dakota as well. Although I may have driven through South Dakota last time, I just don't remember. But anyways, it was so awesome. You want to talk about farming? You want to talk about ranchers? You want to talk about, like, that's all you see? There's beautiful mountains, right? Because I went through Denver too. Oh my gosh. And I parked at the Yellowstone truck stop. So I was right in Yellowstone, right? You know, like, that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Hang on one sec. Dee Dee's so social. She's so social. Okay, I got her very safely, shortly, so even when somebody drives by or walks by, like, she can't get to them because she starts kangarooing like crazy. She loves people. Trucker Bill says, okay, misunderstood, my bad. It's all right, Trucker Bill. That was a valid question. Stepped into Trucking's in the house. Good morning. I've got coffee in hand, feet kicked up, and ready to be entertained. All right. So let me take you on my little journey. So Montana was amazing, humongous, and you can drive like 80 miles an hour out there. So that was a blast. I got to really bust in my truck and see what I could do. Safety first, of course, and I actually drove 75, 80 when you go down the declines, right? But it was fun. The things you do to entertain yourself. But I stayed safe 100% the whole time. Mountains galore, Trucker Bill says, yeah. Kelly Patterson says, I'm currently doing a 34 at the yard. See if Ninja Foodie can take the place of oven with its air fryer with a steak and steamed veggies. Oh, hey, I hope you do video footage on that, Kelly. I have thought about bringing my Ninja in the truck, but it seems like it eats too much power. Gold Phoenix says, I get the biggest smile anytime I go up there. Yeah, it's like, you always think about, like, oh, I'm moving here, right? So I get a couple of papers to see what's going on in the area, and land is so expensive. A few years ago, like, they would give you land to go out there and like build a house on the land or something like that. Now, and I swear it was like 5-6 years ago, maybe 7, because my time frame is all screwed up, but they was giving it away, man. And now, I mean, I saw so much cattle, I saw buffalo, I saw cattle, man. That's where our meat comes from. Chicken houses, right? So they're not giving it away no more. And matter of fact, I saw a farm for sale. Wasn't too big, probably 40 acres. Had all the horsey stuff in the house and whatever and all that, right? $1,700,000. $1,700,000. Like, what? These people are serious about farming out there. Like, it's the thing. Trucker Bill says, I don't go past 35 because there's nothing out there. Man, it's beauty, Bill. It's beauty. Tolga is in the house. How's it going, folks? I'm multitasking here, listening in the background. Okay, thanks, Tolga. I appreciate you. Stepped in truck and says, I love that area. We lived in Colorado. Put 12,000 miles on a motorcycle in 3 months in one summer. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was looking at their cars. Right? Like, everybody's going to have a car, because if you break down out there, truck, semi-truck, or regular whatever, man, there is literally nothing. And then your cell phone signal's kind of sketchy because of that. So what do? Like, you got to be on your game. Lots of Indian land. Saw some depressing areas in the Crow Nation where they're living pretty awful. That really bugs me when I see that, because our Indians should be taken care of. And I don't know if it's their fault. I don't know if it's our fault. I don't know. But man, they got the pick of the cherry pick of the land out there. The reservation land was the most beautiful. Trucker Bill says, simple things for simple minds. That's how we roll around here, Bill. Truck with MC says, what's up, everyone? Tolga says, stepped in trucking, just watch your last video. Get well soon, sir. Be safe out there. Yeah, we're all praying for Chris. So, oh, this little family is driving by with their little boys and looking at the trucks. It's so cool. Stuff like that nostalgia stuff is just like, I don't know, makes me proud to be doing what I'm doing. Tucker Bill says, doing warehouse to warehouse 65 miles out back for 1,400 vans. Didn't want to do it, so I'm taking the job by the horns. Sign me up for that, Bill. Kelly Patterson says, Montana winter, no thanks. I'm allergic to snow. Yeah, so that's so that's what I was getting to. So you know, I don't go out that way. Not gonna chain. You know, I saw all the chaining areas. I saw all the warning signs. I saw the gates that they lock you out the highway with and stuff. The wind wasn't bad on me. I got slammed one time, but it was okay. I was fully loaded, and it just kind of pushed me, you know. So that wasn't bad. So if I'm gonna say, if you're gonna venture out there, I think right now, like this time of year, is the time to go. But you gotta go. You gotta see it. Nevada Trucking and Trails. Nevada Trucking and Trails says, hey Shane, hope you're doing great. Yep, and so that's what I'm here to tell you. Trucker Bill says, no change allowed on my truck. That's what I'm saying, Bill. I don't want to go nowhere where I gotta chain up. And so I ain't trying to live like that neither, right? So, you know, you daydream about, okay, what if I could get a farm out here someday? And then you do it, and you got, so you, I'm from Michigan. We have winter, but we have civilization. So, you know, it's good to have community and armies and armies and armies of salt trucks. So it's really not that big of an obstacle there. Last time I was in Wyoming and I got caught by the ice, no chains because I didn't know any better, and they put sand on the roads. That's ludicrous to me. I don't think I could live through those conditions. I mean, if I had a farm situation where I didn't have to worry about going somewhere so much and all that, but it's so flat, like the wind, like if the wind stirs up, and then I've seen like tornado season on TV and stuff like that, there's no stopping a tornado from gaining strength out there. There's no stopping the blowing snow. Like, and I asked this one lady at the store about the cattle, right? I'm like, so what do the cattle do? And I ask dumb questions, right? Because I'm trying to, like, if they're just basic for real. I'm sure I sound stupid sometimes and ditzy or whatever, but it's okay because I really don't know. And I'm just asking innocent questions to learn. Like, you know, the cattle stay out all year, she said. And so when the winter time comes, that's when they buy the hay and they feed them hay, right? But they leave them outside and all that stuff. And it was chilly in the morning, so I thought, you know what? I wonder how cold it gets in the winter. So all of this stuff was, you know, I had a very great mental adventure out there. Kelly Patterson says, Montana and Wyoming, some few states, you can drive 200 miles without changing lanes or gears. Yeah, oh no, I definitely did that. Trucker Bill says no salt. It says trucker. Barry Harbison says, good morning, lovely lady. I'm keeping Florida under control. In your absence, hurry back. People are crazy. Hey, yeah, so I'll get back down to Florida probably this next week. But, you know, for the last, God, I swear for the last 6 months, I've struggled to get back up into the Midwest and run the Midwest. That's my area, right? But I have not been able to get back up. And it's just the way the freight works out, right? So now my schedule is off weekly, but now I'm getting repositioned. Now I'm going, and so now I'm here, right? And so I'm delivering to Ohio, and then I've got a trip to Missouri, and then I've got another trip to Minnesota from there. And so now I'm back up in Minnesota. I swear I have not been able to get to Minnesota, Wisconsin, you know, for the longest. Nevada says still a few places that still require change. I-70 west of Denver, it can snow. Yeah, so you know, me going that far out west, you know, you remember last time Nevada. So this was beautiful all the way out and all the way back. Like, so beautiful. I got to see everything in its glory and spring in full effect, and the fields green and the cattle happily playing and baby cattle running around. Like, so I did a lot of thinking about meat and all of that, right? And farming and how do they make it in such a desolate area. And you guys, I saw houses, like a single house in the middle of thousands of acres, like more than 10 times. So of course I was like, how do they live? Like, oh man, wait till I meet somebody that actually lives like that. Like, I am gonna do something. Thank you, Landstar, for staring at me for 20 minutes. Pretty truck though. So yeah, so you imagine, like, could I live out there? Like, oh my gosh, that would be great. You got a house in the middle of absolutely nowhere, away from everything. And then I'm like, they gotta drive like 150 miles to the nearest Walmart. And that's okay. So you want to live off grid and all that, right? They're definitely, that's easy out there. But I'm like, how? So I always think like the most exotic places that people live, and then what's their day to day? Like, what do they do for money? Like, I'm always curious about that because, it's very interesting. Rodeo is a big thing out there, right? With the guys like that wrestle cows and stuff. And it's a thing. And so some of them people are into doing the rodeo thing and building fences for ranches, and they don't have no small ranches, man. They're all, I swear, they have all at least got to be like 1,000 acres minimum. I mean, it's huge. So everybody's driving, it looks like money out there. And, somebody else, the waitress at the restaurant, told me like there's a lot of people trying to come from California to buy there to get out of California. And so she thinks that's why the property value is like going up huge. Cattle are used to it. They just eat a lot. Yeah, I know. My ignorant little self, I'm like, oh, those poor little cows. They're freezing out there. Like, those winters are no joke. Kelly Patterson says, Montana ride your draft horse or snowmobile working shopping. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like horse services and, services for tractors and all, there's all that business out there. CB says if cattle are dry, they're perfectly fine until -30. I imagine it probably gets that cold out there. Seems like it would. It seems like it'd be very easy for that. Septon Trucking says, it's all good to hear the excitement in your voice when you get to see a new area. I'm such a nerd. But it's exciting. Like, to me, it's life experience. Like, I love what God does. Okay? And so when I get out and see things for the first time, I'm just like a giddy little girl. And because I appreciate it that much. And I love it. It fills my heart with love and joy and adventure and excitement. And even though I don't get to stop at those places, but like my imagination just goes, and it's just wonderful. This country is so more, wherever you're caught up at and life is ticking you off, get out there and ride, man. Get out there and just drive into, it's another planet. Like, it's cleansing for your soul. Like, I was at peace. I'm like, this is where it's at, man. But you gotta be strategic, truckers. You gotta be strategic on when you go, right? If you're just going out for the beautiful drive. Steering wheel is in the house, who is referred to on this channel as Mr. Red Lady. Good morning, kids and sister Sunshine over here. He's got a video coming out tonight, guys. Make sure you stay posted on his channel. Everybody's saying hi. WCF and Veggie says, what is up? What is up is click that like button if you haven't already. Kelly Patterson says they'd give livestock grain feed to help raise body temperature. Used to do with my horse. That's no good, because the meat I want is grass-fed, grass-finished. Okay? These grain feeders of the beef, I don't like you. I understand you might have great reasons to do it, but it's not like, no. So a grass-fed, grass-finished animal is the best and the most nutritious for you, okay, in case you didn't know. And so grass-finished would mean, in this case, when they are finished getting ready to be ready for slaughter or whatever, they eat grass and alfalfa, right? I learned from a rancher there that ideally they would just get grass. It makes the meat the most tender, which I didn't know. So that's truly, but he said they pass for the grass finish because the bales of hay that they want to finish out the beef is alfalfa and grass mixed. But he said it's better for the meat if it's straight grass. There's your cattle lesson for the day. That's what I learned. I think it would be okay for a horse though, right, Kelly? I'm sure, because you're not going to eat the horse. Gold Phoenix says, look at the real estate in Big Sky. Those prices are... that's what I'm saying, Gold Phoenix. I was like, shoot. But seriously, I was like, how many trucks do I got to get that farm for $1.7 million, right? It's all set. Has everything you need. But yeah, I was like, oh, it kind of killed my little dreams. Because, you know, if y'all don't know or remember, I want my farm someday. Like, I want 90 acres. I'll settle for less if I must, but that's my dream, and that's what I'm working for. For my family, of course. We're, you know, contrary to what they want to imagine, that's my dream for my family. Trucker Bill says, old school cowboys lived in the crap in the winter. Yeah, them guys still work out there, you know. Subject Trucker says, hit the like for Shannon. Thank you. Yeah, everybody hit the like. Russell Freight Services says, hey, good morning, Russell Freight Services. Thank you for coming in. Cheap Freight Hauler says, good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. It's okay. I'm just glad you made it. I haven't jumped in. You know, I just talked about Montana. Kelly Patterson says, in D&D, Arctic creatures are some of the toughest, especially dragons, because of the harsh conditions. Yeah, like the abominable snowmans and stuff like that. Oh, and I learned something else about that area, Montana and South Dakota. They have rattlesnakes. Because, of course, I'm out there with Dee Dee, right? We're frolicking around, having a great time. And we saw prairie dogs. It was so funny. These little tiny, little cute little things. And they scatter, right? And Dee Dee's like, what's that? She's never seen a prairie dog before. So we walk a little bit more, and you don't see them until they move, right? And then they run into their little holes. So that was so cute. And so then when I go in the restaurant and was talking with these people, that's when I learned that, because they have bear claws, right, for sale. And I'm like, you guys must have bears around here? She said, oh yeah, we got like Kodiak bears, right? The big bears. And I was like, oh my gosh, right? She goes, we got black bears too, but because they were somebody was having a conversation that somebody they knew shot a Kodiak bear and got arrested. And so they explained that to me. You can kill the black bears, but you can't kill the Kodiaks because they're a protected bear. And then they have rattlesnakes there, and I saw lots of antelope there. And I saw this. Look, let me tell you about something strange I saw. I saw 3 cattle that I passed on the road. One was like a auburn color, one was like a yellowy color solid, and one was a darker brown color. And I looked at them for a second, and something was weird. They were buffalo. Okay, they were. There's no doubt about I was looking at a buffalo. But they didn't have no hair. Like they had cow hair, right? And no horns. But that was a buffalo. There's no doubt about it. So I thought about that for a long time. And I'm like, That seems like they're crossbreeding, right? And maybe they could do that for meat. I'm thinking that's why you would do it. But I only saw 3 that were, they were up close so I could see them. Definitely buffalo, but look like cattle. So I'm assuming that that's what they did. They're crossing them. Kelly Passion says, I'm a total fan of global warming because without it, life as we know it would not exist. Right. Sterling Wheel says, I'll be going live at 6 p.m. Pacific for that little happy birthday times. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Today is Sterling's birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Red Lady. And so he'll be having Church of Wheel tonight, I guess. What time is that Eastern time? Help us out. I do this to him all the time. CB says, just wait until you run along the Columbia River in Yakima Valley, Oregon, or Washington. Stunning. I have not been up that far yet. Yeah, that's like next on my list. I'm almost there, guys. Like I've probably got, I might have like 38 states. I'll have to do a count. Kelly Patterson says, a grass fish. This Trucking Life says, we buy a grass-fed and finished cow every year, but the grain-finished has better taste. Is that right? Well, let me tell you, your grass-fed is the best and nutritious for you and your babies. So, like literally, so much more that I won't compromise on that. Like, I mean, if I'm going to buy some in bulk, like, it's going to be that. I've just learned too much about it. It's definitely where your best nutrition is going to be at. Kelly says horse meat, no thanks. Nevada says they don't make a new lane. They don't make new lanes, so you get some. So get you some. Oh. Okay, yeah. So, WCF Invader says we have 3 acres with 4 kids. You can do a lot more than you'd think with a small acreage. Yeah, it's not like I need that much, but I want that much, and I'll tell you why. I have 3 daughters who are multiplying currently, and I think I'm gonna end up with 6 grandkids, and that's just from 2 daughters. 1, 2. Yeah, that's 6. And my baby girl, my baby who's at the house that I gave the house to, she hasn't even had a kid yet. So you see how big my family's getting? Like, I got to do something about it. So I feel like if we get an estate, then they'll always have home, right? And we'll have one of those estates. That's what I want for them. And trucks and farming and simple, great life, right? Pure life. Kelly says they got moose as well. Walk up head, but your truck can kill it. Oh, I don't want to play with no moose. I don't want to play with no moose. No. They're, you can't play with a moose. That's not like hitting a Michigan deer, because our Michigan deer are very large, but I wouldn't want to be wanting to hit an old Kodiak bear, and I don't want to hit nothing, first of all, but definitely not a moose. Ask Wilburn about that. He's up in Canada. They got moose stories. Sterling says, one day I'm going to Flint, Michigan and going to freak out like Shannon does about Montana. Yeah, you know what you freak out about Flint, Michigan? The potholes. If you make it into the city after all the potholes, because, Flint is a situation. Cheap Freight Hauler says, I-94 exit 32 North Dakota is an awesome place to stop if you have time. Okay, so the GPS was taking me north to North Dakota, Minnesota, but I changed it and I saved 20 miles if I went through South Dakota. Red Lady is in the house. Good morning, Red Lady. Red Lady is Mrs. Sterling in here also. Nicknames, right? WCF Invader says, my grandpa used to tell me about horse meat. He said it was stringier, more stringy than cow meat, but otherwise he doesn't remember the difference in taste. His family ate it during the Depression. Eat them horses, man. You know, we'll eat each other if we have to. Hopefully it never comes to that. Cheap Rate Waller says, Painted Canyon Nature Trail. Man, I saw some great stuff. Oh, they have no new... Yeah. Okay, so now Nevada's comment, he fixed it. They're not making new land, so get you some. Right. I want a piece, right? Like, I really, really, really do. Even if it's just for me to sit out there in my little camper and look upon it every day, right? That's what I want to leave to my children, though. Because my kids are farmers. Like, they can't stop. And when I had the time and I was home, I did too. My grandfather was a farmer. Like, it's in the blood. Like, we have to grow stuff. We have to, right? And now, like, we're so concerned about where the world's going. Like, we're thinking about these babies we're having and trying to prepare the future for them. So we understand that we have a lot to teach them. And there's a lot of things that we need to change about our life. So we're trying to get out of the world, the city, and live like the people in Montana, man. Oh, man, it was beautiful to see, like, they actually do this and they're actually okay. You know, it's so important to get unplugged from everything else. And that's what it felt like to me, you know? I got to unplug and be like go to another planet. It literally was. Kelly says buffalo are a Asian species. Bison are North American species, and the bison males can grow to 3,000 pounds, standing over 6 feet at shoulders. Even bears are like, hell no. Yeah, you don't play with the buffalo, man. That's what I would love to have. I would love to have a cattle farm, and then on some acres grow the hay, right? And then, yeah, horses too. Wheelburner says, okay, I'm here. We can get started now. Okay, good. Wheelburner's here, so we can get started now. Wheelburner says, you hit a Northern Ontario moose and you buy a new truck, right? Yes, stuff like that. That's what I was talking about. Kelly says, I was in Colorado Highlands years back and had a moose walk by me and look at me near eye level. So, yeah, so listen, my dad, my mother's husband, my dad, he had elk. We were raising elk on the at the house, right? And we have 26 acres out there, and so he's got all the fencing. And first he did deer, and then he did elk, and then he just got out of it. He said they were really mean, and I think it became too much for him because he's getting older, you know. Truckers Anonymous, that's so true, Wheelburner. By the way, good morning, everybody from Truckers Anonymous. Never mess with the moose, right? He's lost that battle before. There you go. Wheelburner has hit a moose before. Nevada says, I made that moose apologize, then shine my bogart. Awesome. A moose can kill a grizzly with... That's awesome. So, okay. Thanks for all those comments, guys. I'm gonna go over here for a second. So, I started a, CB says the UP has much wilderness as the mountains west. You don't necessarily have to move far away to start a homestead. No, I'm really, really thinking about the UP. You know, when I think I want to go this way, I take some time before I make any decisions, and I have to see all the options before me, right? I don't want to jump. I don't want to, you know, this is a life decision. So I need to study. I got a ways to go before I'm even going to make it there. Like, my goodness, I just got into a new truck. You know, my business is only a little over 2 years old now. Like, we have ways to go, but it's my dream and my goal to have or live on a farm someday and have it. Like, I want that for my kids. So I hope I'm not getting any younger, guys. So if I can accomplish that in the few years that I have left, that will be like the pinnacle of my life. So anyways, I'm proud to be at a carrier. Where'd my snowbird cup go? I'm proud to be a carrier where I believe I have the best mentor who can help me along the way. build a freaking empire. So I see it. It's a couple years out, but I see it. I have a great group of support. Okay. So other than that great adventure, I have been making some money, but in order to do that, I've had to really run some miles, right? As you can see. So, profit margins are down a little bit. Got to work a little extra harder. Your money might be coming slower, but you're navigating, right? Stay navigating. Stay about your business. Now might be the time that get your mind off it, right? Getting ticked off about it, and get your foundation, revisit your foundation, revisit your numbers, freshen up, gotta be sharp right now, guys. I'm literally booking loads like a week and a half out. And for me and my opinion, I think that that's necessary right now to be doing as well as I am. And I'm not saying I'm doing all that well, but I'm doing okay, and I'm definitely doing better than I was at Dart. Now, I changed my booking strategy too much? No, I haven't. Since I was at Dart, I'm tight with the brokers I'm working with. They're taking care of me. But because of the way my new situation is set up, it's better for me. And it's working. And so we're not gonna fix what's not broke right now, because everything is so tumultuous. Kelly says, Shannon, if you ever make run through Wyoming, watch out, the stretch between Rollins and Laramie, 80-mile-an-hour winds are not uncommon. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not trying to play out there. You guys, I would run out there constantly, but I'm in a drive-in. Maybe if I was in a flatbed, I would worry less or feel, less intimidated by it. But I know, that's why nobody lives out there. It's wicked. It's wild. It's the wild, wild west, So if I lived out there, it'd be different. But just to run out there, I think I can work a little bit smarter and safer. And safety is everything. I have a lot at stake. My family can't lose me, at least not yet. Wheelburner says, Nevada, I can assure you, if you hit, I already read that. I'm sorry. And Morris is in the house. Hey, it says, great to see you doing it out there. Keep up the good work. Okay, thank you. I'm really trying. So let me talk about the social media. I started an Instagram page. I have a Facebook page. If any of you guys are into either of those two platforms, I would appreciate your there. My Instagram, I've been getting followers like crazy. I haven't really done anything except a test live over there. My goal is to be able to connect all of these platforms somehow together, or figure out the efficient way that when we do a show, I don't know if I can be live on all of them at the same time. That's my latest challenge with that stuff. But it's Shannon Thomas Trucking on Facebook. It's Shannon Thomas Trucking on Instagram. I think it's all one word there. I'm on Twitter, Shannon Thomas Trucking on Twitter. I'm on Rumble, Shannon Thomas Trucking on Rumble. So please hook up. Eventually, be patient with me. I'm growing through this too. I'm going to try to get it all seamlessly connected. So that's what's working. That's what I'm working on the social media platform. I have hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my new subscribers. And if you don't have one of these, you should go to Snorlord, the Metalhead Viking Trucker channel. Go to his merch tent and buy you one of these cool coffee cups. I'm sorry, I just felt like somebody was wondering, where do I get that cool coffee cup? If you want to learn about the trucking business, let me plug these guys. DIY Semi and Truckers Education Network. Two best channels to learn about the trucking business. And then everybody else in here has a channel. Pretty sure everybody does. And they're talking about the day-to-days and the trucking too. So thanks to everybody. It's cool. I'm trying to, I'm really thinking, so you got to think about what you're going to do with your platform when you start to see some movement. So I got to get monetized, and I think I'm right there. I think I need some more watch hours on my shorts. I could be wrong, but we're right there. So now I have to say, okay, well, I really need to bring out like my niche and what I can bring to the world. I have an audience. I have your ear for a little while. My heart and my passion is to make it valuable, not just be my silly self, grinning from ear to ear, showing you how happy every day is in my life, because you can get sick of that. So I'm trying to really think about that. What I think right now is that I'm very interested in talking with, you know how much I love people. So I am always looking for interesting people, and I think all of you are interesting. I'd love to have every single one of you on my channel for an interview. I think interviews are interesting. I think I would like to do like I want to say podcast. I don't even know what that word is clearly defined as, because when we talk on here, like, that's kind of what it is. I know I watch Valuetainment. He does podcasts. I don't know. I haven't even like learned about the podcast crowd yet, right? But I just want you guys to know. I want to do interviews. I want to do more conversation. I want us to get to know our community better, if people are interested. I think that's interesting because everybody's doing something different. That's the one beefy idea I have for my platform. And of course you're going to get lots of Dee Dee. She's going to be more in the shorts because she's a spaz. So don't worry, you're not going to be out of Dee Dee footage, and she's growing, and it's so exciting because I know you guys have watched from day one, like watching her grow and stuff, and loving her. And I appreciate that you guys love her, because she's turning out to be the best dog ever. So there will be my silly stuff about Dee Dee. I want to bring a special guest on here. Snorlord did, okay, so if you guys didn't catch it last night, Snorlord did a live last night and interviewed Carnivore Trucker. Is that the name of his channel? The Carnivore Trucker. I think that's it. I've been driving a lot. Okay. So that was a very interesting interview. So I would highly recommend that you guys go to Snorlord's channel and check it out. Not just because I'm trying to pump Snorlord's channel. I'm saying it was a really good feed. There was a lot of people in there at first, and then a lot of people left, but I was glued like to listening to that like the whole way through. It was good. It was good, meaty content. And as a spin-off of that, it made me think of something. My daughter is a certified nutritionist, my oldest daughter. And the transformation that she has made, she got to it. She got to her education. She figured it out. And now she's ripped. My daughter's ripped. She went from like me, sort of like me, but younger me, right? To getting absolutely ripped in a very short amount of time. Right after having a baby. How she did that was doing the research on hormones and the things that they had in the house, the things that they were buying at the grocery store that were affecting her and her family's hormone levels. So, based on that, what Snorlord talked about last night, which was extremely interesting, I thought, you know what? It's probably a really great idea to get her on the channel, not only because you guys get to see my firstborn, but she really is very smart, and she knows what she obviously knows what she's doing, and she obviously mastered it, right? So I want her to come on and talk about that, because what she's learned and what she told me, what I've learned from her, is that the hormonal effects are not just, this is going to be negative news, but I got to tell you because I love you. It's not just in the food. It's in the soaps, it's in the lotions, like it's in the eye drops, there's so much more. And so I want to get her on and do an interview with her so that we can learn together, right? Jerome Jones is in the house finally. Man, I'm late to the party. What I missed? Well, you can always catch the replay. Catch that replay, Jerome. There's a lot. You know, I talk fast and I go, I have to catch up with you all week. Right? So we did that. Just catch the replay. You won't be sorry. I promise. Kelly Patterson says, you know when to shut down. Right. Stephanie Trucking says, Jerome Jones, you missed all the talk about Montana. I did go over the adventure to Montana. You do StreamYard. Yes, I have StreamYard. And like I said, my biggest hurdle right now is two things. I want to learn how to put the intro that Sterling made for me into my lives and into the video so I can use it properly. And then being able to, you know, so we can, when we do the live things with the guests, that we can put it out there to all the platforms, right? Because now I have all these Instagram subscribers, and I gotta put it out there. So that's what I'm working on, social media channel side, and I think I'm best at talking with people and having active conversations, and that's why I do this Engage with You guys live, because you stimulate the conversation. And I like to have intelligent conversation. That's where we learn from. That's where we get stronger from, is communication and education. So I don't want to bring no stupid BS. Like my DD stuff is going to be like the stuff, right? It's just for fun. Just to bring a smile to your face, right? But I also want to bring you value. And I think that the greatest value that we have in this earth is each other and our time. And we have a chance, if we can't get together all the time, this is a way for us to get together and share our lives together and share our wisdom and share our experiences. And that is one of the most valuable things that I think there is in this life, at least in my life. That's why I love people so much. Like, everyone is like a treasure chest to me. And whether I agree or and it's not to stir up drama, because there might be things controversial, and it's to challenge your thinking, because you don't grow unless you're pushed and you're challenged, right? So I think we can come up with some really interesting, wonderful content that's not about politics, that's not about negativity, that's not about worldly stuff and the madness that's going on, but we can maybe get back to some basics about just loving each other, right? Just learning the differences and learning to appreciate the different things that people have. You don't have to be a prude and disagree with somebody and hate them. You can, but if you know, I look at it different. I'm open to whatever people do. It doesn't mean it's for me, and I'm okay with that. I can agree to disagree and I can sleep at night. I don't have to, like Gold Phoenix said in his video. Gold Phoenix, I hope you're still in here. Everybody's dwindling out. I don't know why, but okay, thanks, Kelly. Thanks for the cheat sheets. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. I don't want to get too far behind, but Gold Phoenix, what are you waiting for? But he said something that really made me think, finding validation in the way that you do things. I might, but that's for me. Doesn't mean I gotta look at you funny because you're doing something different. What I would like to bring to light in something like that, though, is like, what can we learn from this? You can choose to learn from it. You can choose not to. You can choose to be like, yeah, whatever. But let's talk about it, right? That's where my heart's at with my content. I hope that sounds interesting. Some people may be more interesting than others. But because I find so much beauty in people, in the way that I look at things, like, I don't know, I think it could be something really cool. And maybe, you know, we can get to know each other better. Stepped in a truck and says he thinks I should do more shorts, do 1 or 2 a week on your phone, get the app CapCut. I think people will like that. You have a good energetic personality. You know, I think about that, but for some reason I got this thing in my head. It's like nothing I do all day is interesting, where I can be like, that somebody hasn't done, right? And then I've got mounting issues. Like, I've got to acquire the right mount that I can just slap up. I would talk to you guys all day if I could just fix my mounting issues. Like this right now, this solution, easy. I just stuck it to my windshield because everything else is ticking me off. I've got 12 mounts in here and nothing is what I want it to be. So guess what? We took our little stickers off of the pre-pass thing and we put one on the phone, and I put the other one, it's only this big so it won't block my view, on the windshield. Boop! That's what we got right now. And this is working for me. So this is that. But when I go outside, I don't know how you guys do it, man. Like, how do you mount your phone when you go out there? Like, help me out here. For some reason, it's a monumentous challenge to me right now. I would do them all day long. But the other thing is, too, is that I'm very careful because I don't want to overwhelm you with, like, seeing my face every day. And then you're just like, oh, yeah, she just did another video. Yeah, whatever. Like, I'm not trying to burn you out. I'm not trying to inundate you, you know. And so when we do get together, I have something valid to say, or valuable, or, right? We stimulate the conversation. I mean, you know what I do? If it's interesting to see me do what I do, okay, I'll give you that. I'm not pretty most of the time, so it's not pretty. I get out here and get to work. I get dirty, and if you want to see me get dirty, I'll show you that. But because I do. The mounting thing that is the biggest challenge on that right now. Okay, so help me figure that out, and I can do better. Kelly says, did you put peppermint schnapps in your coffee? No, Kelly, I don't eat sugar. I've just had a great morning with the Lord and the sky and the weather, and now I'm at the Iowa 80 truck stop. I am not going, guys. I'm not. I'm staying right out here. I'm on a split break, so I have to stop for 2 hours. Perfect time for coffee with you all, and I can meet that. That's my work for my social media. I really want to do that, and it's my slot, and I want to stay with you for that. Gary Bates says, quick hi and bye. I've been busy. Gary, let us know what you are up to. I do have an energetic personality, man. But you know what? All this is my overflow of joy. I'm so dang happy on the inside. I have to let it out. So I love you guys for appreciating it. I gotta let it flow, because I'll explode if I don't. Okay? I have to share my joy. I have to share my love. I have to. Typical female, right? We have to express ourselves. But I hope I make you smile. Like, that's the biggest thing. And I work hard, so this is my coffee time with you. This Trucking Life says Ram mounts. Okay, I'll look into that. And I know Sterling did. Oh, by the way, on one of Sterling's live the other day, he did a full breakdown of mounts for me. And if any of you want to need a breakdown of mounts, he shows what he uses. Thank you, Sterling. That was freaking awesome. And I needed that. Stepped in a truck and says, don't worry about whether it's being put there before. You just make it yours with your personality. Okay, thank you for the advice, Chris. The Trucking Life says, I'm looking at a selfie stick that also doubles as a mini tripod. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in my MacGyver mind, I would imagine a magnetic tripod clip with the clip. If you can give me that, you can stick that on dang near anything. I'm over the suction cups, bro. Everything I looked inside the truck stop after truck stop is suction cup, suction cup, suction cup. Well, obviously I have a boatload of interior, luxurious interior in here, and suction cups don't stick to it. And if I put you on the window, then it's at a bad angle for maybe whatever. If we're trying to be back there, it just doesn't work. So I need a magnetic tripod clipper. That's the solution. Okay? That's what I got so far. Pastor Karen Morris, my longest BFF. She is in the chat today. She says, I've known Shan my whole life. She's my BFF. She's got energy, great fun, and a beautiful soul. Thank you, Karen. Me and that girl's been down the road together. I'm telling you. You want crazy stories? Ask Karen. She'll give you not everything, but she'll tell you some sordid stories about us growing up. Wheelburner says, I'm more than happy to ride in the river of your happiness. Thank you, Wheelburner. Great support. You've always been such a great support. Virginia River area, you'll love the paintings. Yeah. Man, I love, Kelly, I love any, I'm still going, man. I'm still going. And if it wasn't against my safety judgment, right, because I am a professional out here, I would love to do all those videos of everything that I see and all this and that. But I won't do it while I'm moving. I have a responsibility to my carrier. I have a responsibility to my family. And I am very big about my integrity. And I don't, although I love to watch them, admittedly, I'm not going to do them. If other people want to do them, that's their channel. They are very interesting to watch. But I'm not willing to risk my life, which I think it does, and risk the lives of others. Because my attention is not 100% on my mission. That's my opinion. I'm sorry if you hate it or mad or it triggers you. I'm not hating on your content. I love your content. I'm a big watcher of your content. Those of you that do that while driving. It's not my decision. Stepping in Trucking says, this Trucking Life, good morning, sir. Thanks for all the positive comments. Much appreciated. Did I miss somebody? Okay. Stepping in Trucking says, I have no time for negative channels or people. Yeah, that's my deal too. Like, I want to, if everything you saw on Sunday or Saturday night made you feel some kind of way, I want to be like, let's have a cup of coffee. That's why I call it the New Week Kickoff. Shake it off. It's a brand new week. This is day one. Let's get started. Let's start it out with positivity. That's really my passion about my channel. I want it to be a freaking like the huddle before the Super Bowl game, right? We are all getting together, we huddle, talk about some positive stuff, get pumped, boom, break, and then we go. That's how I see it. That's what I'm trying to achieve. S125 is in the house. Thank you, S25, for coming in. He says, hello, Shannon in chat. Subton Trucking says, I have 3 magnetic bases that I got on Amazon. Work great, and I've never lost a camera yet. Do a video on that, please. Karen says, oh no, their stories will bury with us. LMAO. Yeah, you ain't lying, girlfriend. Oh, by the way, Karen has a channel on YouTube, Pastor Karen Morse. She has a faith channel. She does ministry on her channel. So if that's interesting to anybody, she could use some subscribers over there. She's a prayer warrior, and she gets wild with her gospel, and she'll get you pumped up though. Like she wants to deliver the word in a different way to inspire and not scare the hell out of people, because people get afraid the way that some evangelists do it. She's so down to earth and she's so real. So go support that channel if that's something that some of you might be interested in. She does little Bible studies and stuff like that. Wheelburn Express says, funny how everybody has a Karen and they're like, yeah, that's my Karen. That's my Karen. But she's not your average Karen. Okay? She's not. She is my buck wild friend. Yeah. I can't get started on that. Come on, what it says, if my name was Karen, I'd be very, very particular about when I complained about something. She doesn't complain. Karen is like, okay, if we were like Thelma and Louise, who was the wild one? Goldie Hawn. That would be Karen. You might think it would be me, but it's not. I would be the one that was married at home, and she had to drag me out of the house to go have some fun. Believe it or not. Karen's my wild one. Come on, when it's in the house. Hey, Bill. Good morning. I'll be working on the car, but waiting on more parts. Can't do anything until then. Oh, is that the that Dodge, that Hellcat you got there? Angel Ortiz is in. He says, hey, Miss Lady, how are you? And Dee Dee, we're doing great. She's growing like a weed. I'm glad to see you in here, Angel. Thank you for coming in. Tell the missus I said hello. You guys are beautiful. I hope everything is going well for you. Come on, when it says, I like to speak to your manager. She's outside on the leash right now. Pastor Karen Moore says, I'm as screwed up as anybody else. I believe in natural meds, Mary Jane, and I listen to metal. Will tell you off if I need to, and I throw hands and I don't complain, but Jesus rules my life. See what I'm saying? She's wild, but she loves God. Come on, when it says, it's a different charger I'm working on, my daily driver. More than one? Okay, thanks for those chats, you guys. Hit the like if you haven't hit the like, please. How much time we got left? Okay. We got about 40 minutes left. I don't know if I'll fill all that up. Let me get to something else I wanted to talk about. You know I'm working hard, right? You know I'm in a new situation. I'm getting acclimated. That's doing okay. I'm very comfortable in the new truck. The new truck is going great. I still have yet to give you guys the review about the new truck. I am working very hard on when I have time, which is few and far between. I literally am scraping to do things in pieces, which bothers me very much. Maybe I'll get to it on my next 34. I did make some progress with my bookkeeping last week. That's another reason you didn't kind of see me so much on my 34, is because okay, so now we've got my corporate tax returns for 2022 closed out. Thank God. Now it's time to do my personal taxes and my taxes for my real estate business, which is not cash flowing, so it'll be easy for that. But needless to say, I've been investing in that business consistently, so I have to still pull receipts and all the things that I've done to build that company up some more over the past year, over 22, and what I've invested in it. So there's stuff, right? and then my personal taxes. So those are not done yet. The extension request was put in. My accountant took care of that. But now it's time, now that the corporate tax returns are done, because those were the most important to me, now I've got to tackle this little beast. It's a lot smaller, but that's what I'm working on. So that has to be done. That's a challenge out here. Not only trying to run the truck and all the things you have to do for your profitability and all the things that you have to manage, but then there's the bookkeeping. And I want to get to the point where I don't have to pay my account. I can cut that out of the budget. Like, I'll get back to my books. I used to do that professionally at my jobs, like run QuickBooks for small business owners and things like that. So I know how to do it. I just, until I get caught up with her, I got to get last year knocked out. She's going to make sure my QuickBooks is up to date. I want to meet with her a couple of times, maybe quarterly over the next, I'll probably finish out this year. You know, we're trying to get to the goal of quarterly meetings. Most of the problem with that is me not scanning everything in right away. So it's not her fault. But that's my goal, to get with my business accounting. Then in next year, I'll take it over, because I've got everything settled. I'm not changing carriers. I'm not paying my truck off. You know, I'm settled in everything. I know what I'm doing a lot better. Everything's more fluid here, so I can take back my books. And that was the plan initially. You know, I wanted to hire her to get me through crazy, so we can get on flow. Now I'm finally in the position to get on flow, like a consistent flow. And I have to establish that routine, right? But she's doing a great job for me. It's a little slower, but like I said, she's very busy. Her firm is growing. I'm okay with it, because I'm not in any super rush to get business financing or anything like that. And we're getting it together. So that's over. That's another thing that's been like, I have to find time for that, because when I just stop on the 34, I got to do the laundry. I got to do all this stuff. I got to clean the truck and get myself prepared. And then I have time to, and I do want to work on my platform a little bit. And I try to, right? I've been studying a ton. Financial education is important, and I think it's becoming more and more important for everybody. So I've been listening to audiobooks, studying financial strengths and other sources of income and all that. So I've been very, very busy mentally, intellectually, but my downtime is, I got to squeeze in that part of the business, because it has to be done. So it's a challenge when you're trying to do everything else that this job entails, right? Come on, what it says, I bought 4 vehicles in the past 10 months. Someone has to keep this economy stimulated. Oh my gosh. I commend you, Bill. That's a lot of cars, buddy. A lot of, you should show them off. Why don't you put them on your channel? Maybe? I don't know. Kelly Patterson says, want to tick off an atheist, tell them creationism and evolution go hand in hand, which also encompasses the aesthetic universe theory, right? Bill says, I'm looking at some of these used truck prices, getting tempted to buy, and I'll probably keep faithful for a little bit longer. Yeah, you got 4 cars and not a second truck. I think they're still going to go down, Bill. But I know, from what I hear right now, the selections are endless. Like, I heard yesterday, who said it? I forgot who said it. Maybe Cassius King said it. I was watching his video. Maybe, I can't remember who I was watching, but they said that dealerships are starting to not take trade-ins. That's how many trucks they have, right? Call Me Cooley. I watch his channel. Great channel. He's building his business. He just picked up a day cab for like $18,000. You know, and it's in pretty good shape. So if you hold out longer, you might be able to buy one for $1. Come on, what it says, well, 2 of them I gave away. My daily driver ain't special. I struggle with spending, but I'm getting better, I think. Come on, what it says, I thought about the second truck, but you have to keep it registered, and that's a few K a year. I probably won't use. I love you, Billy. You have the problem I always want to have. What do I do with all this money? Well, Bill, I can start a GoFundMe for my farm. I mean, you know, help me reach my goals. And you're not hiring. I know you're not interested. I was going to mention that, but I already know that you're not interested in going that route. I know. So, Stephen Trunk says, sorry, I talked too much this morning. Take care. What do you mean you talked too much this morning? That's what we're here for. So, it's coffee chat. It's Trucker Cafe. We're all in the cafe. We're chit-chatting. That's what we do here. It's all good. I love having you here, Chris. Thank you. But do me a video on your mount situation. I would love to see that. I really, matter of fact, I need to see that. Please. What else is going on? So we talked about social media. We talked about the truck prices. We talked about my adventure to Montana. We talked about Dee Dee a little bit. What else did I have in mind? I thought about all this stuff this morning. It makes me feel better knowing that, like, I have an itinerary when I come to you, right? That we're going to talk about it. What else? Oh, I'm going to bring my daughter on. I did mention that. That's going to be interesting. My daughter knows her stuff, guys, about this hormonal stuff. I got to line that up with her. And we're going to do that very soon. Like maybe on my next 34 here. Nevada says Ram mounts all day. Okay. Ram mounts. Love Ram mount. Okay, well, that's where I'm missing out. Oh, I have yet to solve the issue of my freezer, refrigerator, food storage situation. I think I'm going to have to make an investment in that equipment to make it right. That's what I've just determined, and that means I have to wait a little bit longer so I can save the money. I did a little research on those cooler freezer things, you know, like the ones that last forever, and they cost $1,200, so $800. I had to really think about that stuff because this is an investment. Like I have to come up with something that works. I'm not willing to take out my passenger seat and put my other refrigerator there, although that would be the cheapest. And to me, that would be like the best, most convenient. I cannot fit that refrigerator in here anywhere. Like I've tried multiple scenarios. It will not fit. It will not work. There's no way to do it. The dimensions and the shape and stuff like that are all against it. So the dorm fridge is got to be out. So that means I've got to come up with, stuff that sits like a cooler. And the ones that, Nevada, thank you for sending me those links, by the way. The ones that I looked at, the ones that will last, they're going to cost. So that means I got to save up for that because I was hoping to accomplish it for a couple $100, but it's looking like it's going to be more than that. But the greatness it will bring to my life will be worth it. Like, I seriously need to be able to buy my groceries all at once and make everything last through the month. Oh, so my diet. Diet's good. I went through that's what I want to talk about. I went through really bad stuff. How much time we got? Okay, we got about 20 minutes, okay? I'm not going to keep you guys any longer than that. I had a really rough week last week on top of everything. You know, my time demands and whatnot. Chris says, since I have so much time on my hands, I guess I could do a video on my video equipment. Yeah! There's still content to create, Chris. Don't think like you're just, you know, out of the woods. Come on with it says, I had a DOT officer look at me and say, "You're not a farmer." Nevada Trucking and Trails says, I just sold a couple of ones I wasn't. Oh man, Nevada. Anybody else got any laying around? I better ask that question. If you've got one of those things that are a freezer that's good quality, so I can order my meat and keep it and it'll work, it's a solution in the truck, please, I'll buy it from you. It's hard for me to afford like, you know, the top of the line expensive ones right now. If you got one laying around that you don't think you're going to use, I'd love to see if you'd want to sell it. I sent a couple pictures to Will Burner of my car project when he said he wants the baby without the pains. I just wanted the finished product and just wanted the finished. Yeah, you know Will Burner is like hot for that car. Kelly said, did your keto get degree from ASU? My kiddo, ASU. They have degrees as medical nutritionist. I don't know where her certification's out of, but it doesn't matter. She knows everything. Like, the certification should not make you judge her. This kid, she's amazing. Like, my daughters are very smart, believe it or not. When they're after something, like so they have inherited my tenacity. And so she did it. She's living, walking proof of it. And she's changed their whole lives at home so that her children don't fall into the same things, right, that we did growing up. I'm very proud of that. Robert Tyke Trucking's in the house. He says, hello. Everybody's saying hi. Kelly says, for a good refrigerator freezer that's portable, you're going to have to pay check 100 if not 1,000. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Everything's like $800 to $1,000, and that's way out of my budget right now. So that's where I'm at with the food thing. The diet's going good. Okay, back to what I was saying. I had a really rough week, so I cheated a couple of times on my diet, and I just had, like, you know, some ice cream, some Jelly Bellies, which got sugar into my system. And like, I'm not even exaggerating, you guys. Being a woman out here at my age, fighting the lifestyle alone, right, with the foods and stuff like that, I have to fight diabetes. I'm not diabetic, but I've realized that my insulin is sensitive. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it, but if I just ate like whatever for 2 weeks, I bet you I could go diabetic like that. So I do this. I do the lifestyle. I do the dieting. I do the eating right. I do all of these things as preventative measures. On top of that, I'm still a young but like middle-aged female out here, which means I'm almost in the latter stages of womanhood. How do you say it? pre-menopausal, right? That stage of life. We're going to keep it real, guys. I'm experiencing some changes in my hormones because of that, right? Which I've noticed, right? So it's a little harder for me to get muscular and toned and things like that. And the job is a part of that too. But man, after I did my little Ben and Jerry's treat thing for a couple days, it sent me into a very, very terrible, terrible hormonal state. Very, like, addiction came on like that. Depression came on like that. Not feeling good, not feeling happy, like it stole my joy like the devil. Like, I was like, ew, right? So that caused me to do my own hormone about how when women's bodies change, you should change your diet. You should change the way you exercise. I took a deep dive down that rabbit hole. This is what brought up my daughter. And then when Snorlord did that show last night, I'm like, okay, I'm bringing her on. Because it's more serious than we realize. And the fact that I freaking went down off a cliff after just having a little treat, it was bad enough to scare the crap out of me. That's how intense it was. That's how intense I noticed it. That's how intense it affected me. And so I wasn't sick, but the change was so incredibly powerful. It was like a spell, right? So I put myself in a spell. So the only thing I know how to get out of it, right? I know how to straighten somebody out. I know how to straighten myself out. So I jumped back on keto, clean keto, and I started fasting again. It took me 3 days, and now I'm back to my happy little normal self again. Like, I'm cleaned out. Like, the devil has been exorcised. The demon has been exorcised. But I just want to share that with you because, oh my God, talking about poison. You eat clean for a long time and it gets boring, and you start smelling stuff, and you start, oh my God, I just want some Ben and Jerry's. Just once. That was it. I just want some Pilot pizza. I hate Pilot pizza, but I'm saying that for Wheelburger. I just want this. So that was my conversation with myself, and I gave in to myself. I'm like, I've been losing so much weight fasting. I rock. I got this down. I'm exercising more, right? I'm gonna have a treat. Holy crap. I probably could have drank some antifreeze and had the same effect. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating though, but it was awful. It was so awful. And I'm a healthy person, you guys. I'm so stinking healthy. I couldn't believe the terribleness it brought inside of my body that I felt. Did you raise up the bed a few feet and turn your head when the demon was exorcised? That's how I felt when it came in. The fasting, the gradual, it was like I cleansed it out, right? Slow and easy. Bowl of the Wood says, goat cheese with blueberries and vanilla is my go-to when I crave the sweets. This is my fault because I found this great big bag of Jelly Bellies, this extravagant Jelly Belly display at this truck stop I was at. And I bought some, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy these for Sterling and Red Lady, right? And of course, I had to taste them. It was like a jagged little pill. It was like once I had a couple Jelly Belly jelly beans, then what was next? Ben and Jerry's. And it's been so long since I had my Ben and Jerry's. Cherry Garcia, by the way, is my favorite flavor. The Jelly Bellies drove me to the Ben and Jerry's, which then drove me to what else did I have? I think I had some fried chicken. It was like being sick without being sick. And the thing that I'm trying to drive home here to let you know about that for is because it was bad for days. And I literally had to switch gears, and then it took 3 days to like get it gone out of my system where I was clean again. Big Rig Pig is in the house. Hey, Rig Pig. Was so poor as children, we ate cinnamon toast. Yeah, I did too. And I mean, I would pile that stuff on. Oh yeah, because it's delish. So you're okay with the cinnamon, and you know it's not too bad with the toast because the cinnamon. If you guys, oh god, that's another thing I want to talk about. It will help keep your insulin from spiking so much. So it's a counteraction. But then you put the sugar in it, and that's the poison, right? Come on, when it says Rig Pig, that was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? Right? Oh, how yummy. Cinnamon rolls. Okay, it's great. Cinnamon is a magnificent power tool, especially when you're doing keto, and especially if you're pre or in diabetes. Cinnamon, in case you didn't know, I'm going to share this with you. It's a very powerful herb that, like, I take it before I eat anytime. What cinnamon does for you is it helps control your insulin from spiking. Okay. Apple cider vinegar does the same thing. And what else do I take for that? I have tricks up my sleeve, right, for this stuff. But yeah, those are the two main things. Cinnamon, take it before you eat. It'll help your insulin stay chill. And apple cider vinegar, you should drink it every day. Especially balancing out your gut, which Snorlord also touched on. You guys need to watch that video. But drinking apple cider vinegar is the prebiotic for your gut. Okay, it's the most amazing prebiotic you can just drink. And by the way, I also want to let you know this. I found an apple cider vinegar that has ginger in it. What that meant for me is because drinking apple cider vinegar is like, all right, if you get the kind that has the ginger in it, made with ginger or with ginger, I realized that drinking that is much easier. It makes it go down much easier. So look into that, guys, if you want to start drinking apple cider vinegar. I think it tastes better with the ginger. It's still a twangy thing, but it'll balance out your gut, which is half our problem, is our gut's messed up. This trucking life says Jelly Bellies are a gateway snack. You ain't lying, man. It's like I'm like, okay, so for Red Lady and Mrs. Sterling, Mr. Red Lady and Mrs. Sterling, I'm not sending you the Jelly Bellies. They're gone. Look, don't touch the Jelly Bellies, guys. As lovely as they taste. And they're one of the wonders of life. They are death. You gotta feel a certain healthy kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Bull, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Jersey Trucker's in the house. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jersey Trucker. Thanks for coming in. If you cross your legs, it will raise your blood pressure, I heard. I can see that being true because I don't want to say women shouldn't cross their legs, because a lot of them should when they're not. You know what I'm saying. But you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Like my vein doctor, I have a vein doctor. Had a vein doctor. He told me that. Like, don't sit with your legs crossed. If you have to be formal for a minute, fine. But he said if you're one of those people that sits down all the time and crosses your legs, especially females probably, hopefully, you shouldn't. Like, it's better to sit with your knees together. There you go. Man, we're learning a lot today. Turmeric. Thank you, Robert. I couldn't think of it. Every day in my life, I get up in the morning. Here's my cocktail for the morning, guys. I'm going to share it with you. Green tea, vitamin B6, turmeric, fish oil, vitamin B12, potassium, and magnesium, which has calcium and vitamin D in it. It's kind of like a thing. I take those every single day. And cayenne pepper. But I don't take the cayenne until I eat, because whoo, it's 450 milligrams of cayenne. I drink when I'm fasting or throughout the day, which is mostly when I'm fasting. Lemon juice. Buy it in the bottle at the truck stop or a grocery store. Squirt it in your bottle of water. The power of lemon juice is amazing for your liver. It cleanses out your liver. Chicken hawk. I've been trying to sell chicken hawks on the lemon juice. But it's cleansing, and it also helps your gut and digestion. And for you fasters out there, you guys beginning to fast and you're having trouble with that, that is also a hunger suppressant. A little lemon juice in your water. Okay, hunger suppressant. It helps you get a little bit longer into your fast when you're starting to, your ghrelin is your hormone that makes you hungry. So it'll rise for about 20 minutes. And if you can keep it at bay and get past it without eating, it will lower and you won't be hungry anymore. That's how you get over that hurdle when you're fasting. But if you drink some lemon water and no sugar in it, just lemon water, lemon juice, squirt, 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 and then drink that. You got to be tough to do it, so because it's tart. But that's the trick. Putting 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in another bottle of water. I mix these up, boop, boop, set them beside me while I'm driving. That's my soft drink, which is tangy, tang. But the effects that it has for your body, for your cleansing, for your insulin control, it's amazing. Your gut will love you for that. So then when I do decide to break my fast and eat, I do a 4 scoops of protein into my protein thing. And that is how I break my fast. Straight protein, no question about it, no mistakes. That's my protein shake. Now my fast is broken. Now I have an eating window. I don't eat past 8 o'clock. In that eating window, I will usually have some cheese curds and some steak, right? I get those Jack Link steaks. This is on a day that I'm driving, which is mostly what I do. That way I have my steak. I can eat it while going on the road, and I have my cheese curds, because cheese curds are great. I'd be very careful about the cheese curds I choose, because you have to read the ingredients. Oh, if you get the barbecue kind, they have dextrose in it. Maltodextrin. You don't want that. So you can't have those flavored cheese curds that are so great and got all those yummy flavor in them. You can't have those because they have that crap. They put more crap in it, and they put the ingredients on the front. So you get like I get jalapeno cheese curds. Those are fine. They don't have none of that junk in there, and they're a little spicy. Do that sound effect when you add the stuff to the water again. But I don't remember what I did now. I think I have high stamina because I don't eat anything especially healthy, and I'm fairly fit. Yeah, but you probably don't eat all the time, Bill, right? Turmeric, anti-inflammatory. It's great for so many things, and it's great for your insulin levels. Take it every single day. There's no reason not to. You should be taking it every day. It's long life. It's super food. It's freaking everything. Is that what I said? That sounds like me. Come on, when it says explains why I'm tough rig pig. Yeah, so if anybody's fasting, thinking about it, just know that when we have the conversation with my daughter, like, it's gonna be beefy. She's gonna share some knowledge with you soon. My truck review will be soon. I have lots of tricks to get through the fast. I've been doing this a long time. I may have been fasting longer than anybody here, as far as, as in my life. My longest fast has been 7 days. I felt fantastic. I can, it's easy for me to fast now. That's how long I've been working on it. But I have lots of healthy, make sense tricks to help you curb the hunger. Because when you first start trying to fast, your ghrelin hormone is going to be raging like a beast. And that's your battle. Because it only raises for a period of time, and it gets so bad sometimes. It feels so bad while you're going through it that you get pushed to the point of breaking. So all these little tips I've shared with you today will help you get past that breaking point that you're feeling. So I hope that helps. I don't know what else I got, guys. I'm trying to think. That's most of it. This is the best I've done about staying on a topic or some structure to my life. So I'm trying to get better, and I've got the best dog ever. I've been enjoying Dee Dee so much. Oh, we've been working on our steps. I've been walking steps. And to those of you that are invited to my step challenge on Samsung, no one came and joined my little challenge, so they canceled it. I would really like to get connected with you guys on Samsung and push each other to get more steps in. I've been doing really good on my Samsung Health, and I started the MyFitnessPal app. Now that, of course, because I took my deep dive into how I need to change my eating and exercise for my hormones and my age. Hate talk. This seems like senior talk. I gotta try to maybe track a little calories a little bit. So I'm playing around with that too. But everything is going well. I'm glad to have this time with you from the Iowa 80 on Sunday. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. It looks like I have 17 people left. The level went whoop and then came down. That's okay. We can't take too much time. Everybody's got things to do. I get it. So, be looking out for, Snore Alert is going on Carnivore Trucker channel. I think they said he's going to have Snore Alert on there live. So, he's trying to grow his channel. He's on a weight loss journey, doing the carnivore diet. Check out his channel. Snore Alert's going to be on there. And I think they're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So, that's what I know is going on. And I'm going to deliver this load in Ohio. And then from Ohio, I'm going to Missouri. And then from Missouri, I'm going to Minnesota. Yeah, that's what's on deck for the next few days. So running hard, running fast, not taking any gaps. My 34 is going to fall after that. So after I go boom, 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 I'll end up in Minnesota. Yay. And I'll be taking my 34 in Missouri. And then my load going out is Minnesota. From Missouri to Minnesota. My 34s are on weird days now because I got my schedule all jacked up. But we'll get back on schedule. It's just a matter of time. And I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. I want to encourage you to think about strategy. I want to encourage you to make sure that your numbers and your paperwork is out of your brain, because everything is so stressful. Like, that's the last thing you want to be putting off. Just talking to myself. And just go get it, man. Hang in there and don't worry. Do the best you can with every day. Like, we can't consistently soak ourselves in the crappy information and worry and panic, and like, it'll get to you in a bad way. It raises your cortisol. Okay? Just make today great and take it like that. Like, every day, brand new day. And eat well. You only get one body. Take good care of it. If you don't know how, the information's out there. You can send me a question. I'm pretty knowledgeable. I could be a doctor by now, really. And chances are I've been through it. And if not, I can direct you to the channels that I watch, where I learn most of my information from real doctors. I can help you. Your health is the most valuable thing that you have right now. And this world is out to destroy you. So that's our battle. So I'm praying for Chris. I ask you to pray for Chris. He's going through a huge battle right now that was unforeseen. And he really needs us all to gather around and pray for him. So I ask you to do that for me, for him, and just kill it out there this week, guys. See what you can do. And don't worry. Like, every day we get to drive these machines. We're out here. It's an honorable work. And it's a beautiful work. Don't lose that. Money's not everything. Bring value to someone else's day this week. How about that? And if I don't get you something this week, I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you guys so much. You're awesome. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for my Instagram people who haven't seen this yet, and because I haven't figured it out. And I might play around doing some stuff on Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, please follow my channel over there. And I gotta try to run some tests so I can figure out how all this stuff fits together. Okay? Have a great time. Happy Sunday. Happy brand new week. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in. You're the best.